For the last 71 years, we've watched some of the greatest moments in sports history.
The Celtics now lead 45. And West with a long jump. Russell deflected it and keeps it. Beautiful play. Feeds off quickly to Havlicek. Has been guarded by Krebs, who is holding back. Goes up. They jump long. Cousy throws it high in the air. And the Boston Celtics are the world champions. Oscar Robertson throws to Kareem. 7 seconds. Winkle. The guy up. Kareem with a big pressure shot.
Hayes setting something up with Larry Bird, who gets it low. Puts a move on Byron Scott. What a move by Larry Bird. Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. It's Kobe again. Portland 3 timeouts. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to shot.
And this fall, I'm going to take my time to South Beach. Join Miami.
James pulls up, puts it in. 4-point lead. 35 for LeBron James. Timeout San Antonio.
It's off the runner, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
But what if we went all the way back and redid it? Today is the year 2027. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of NBA 2K History Simulation. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And also, comment down below. Actually, I want to ask you guys, right, what type of videos after this series do you guys want to see? I'm probably not going to do any series. I will consider like short mini series. Obviously, NBA 2K25 is coming out here. It's July 3rd, so 2 months basically. So let me know in the comments below what other types of 2K videos you guys want to see. I also am launching a new channel. It's going to be a football channel. So the previous years of this channel, I would combine football and basketball on this channel. I'm splitting it now because of the growth of this channel with 2K specifically. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of planning on doing. I will announce when that channel is made and we start posting. Obviously, NCAA 25 is coming out, so I really want to have a separate channel for that. So yeah, I'll have an announcement for that, but obviously I want to keep this channel going, right? I still need to post on this channel in between this series and 2K25 coming out, so it won't be as often, maybe 2 times a week. But give me some ideas in the comments below. I've also gotten some of your ideas already, so I have a list of like 10 videos or so. So keep it coming. I really appreciate it. And also let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of the GOAT debate so far? Do you guys think Victor Wembanyama has a chance? He already has an MVP, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and a Finals MVP. Also, let me know what you guys think is going to happen in the future, right? Any young players that you guys think could end up potentially being top 10, top 15 players and dominating the 2030s and late 2020s and 2030s. Let me know in the comments below. I do have 2 comments. One from 2 videos ago, the 21 to 24 video, and then the 24 to 27 video. But the 21 to 24 video from Roman Ramirez 7847. With this episode, the debate is over. LeBron is officially the greatest of all time. His accolade list is way too high, or way too long for me to go over here, but his dominance and longevity is something that's going to be almost impossible to match. No other player has had the peak he's had, and he's been a winner wherever he's went. He's also become the only player to win in 3 different decades and the only player to win Finals MVP for 3 different teams. Actually crazy. Yeah, LeBron's been awesome in this series. The next comment from the last video from Eduardo Trevino. I like this comment, and I'm going to do this. I think this is a really cool idea. Add Seattle and Las Vegas in 2026. We're adding both teams in 2027. I'll show you guys in a second. And then Mexico City and Nashville in 2030, which I've heard those 2 teams as potential expansion teams in the future in the NBA. And then an additional 2 cities that you think have a chance for an NBA expansion in 2032. So let me know in the comments, those last 2 cities, who do you guys want to see? I'm curious. So we're going to have, obviously, Seattle and Vegas here in this episode, Mexico City and Nashville in 2030. I might do... Yeah, I'll do 2030, so that'll be in this episode as well. And then 2032, let me know what 2 teams I should have expanded into the NBA. So let me know in the comments below. But let's get into the offseason. Like I said, we do have a league expansion coming in. I am adding the Seattle Supersonics and the Las Vegas Venom. I went through some different team names, but I ultimately just decided on the Las Vegas Venom. I thought the jerseys on these were pretty cool. Can I show? I can edit. Hopefully I don't ruin anything. Okay, so I'll show you guys just a little bit. I thought this was pretty cool and unique. And then here is Seattle's team and court. I don't know why it's blue. I don't remember it being blue when I downloaded it, so hopefully it's not actually blue. I have no idea. And as you guys can tell, there are different logos for every single team. So I'm going to go through the logos, which you'll be able to see. What's the best way to do this? Maybe in the standings here. You guys can see. Yeah, here we go. So I've changed every logo and the jerseys. I'm not going to... You guys can go through if you guys really want to figure out what the jerseys are. You guys can go and search the team. All I did was just search the team name and picked a jersey and logo that I thought was cool. So we got the Utah Jazz here. I thought this was really cool. You know, a little bit of a mix between old and new. We got the Sacramento Kings here. The Memphis Grizzlies, this is a pretty basic logo, but when you guys see the jerseys and the court, I think you guys will understand why. And I'm sure we're going to jump. I mean, Jokic is on the team, so I'm sure we're going to jump into a game at some point. New Orleans was really tough. I thought this was unique, so I picked that one. Denver, they already technically have this logo, but it's more about the jerseys and the court for this one as well. Got Portland here. Phoenix, I thought this logo was really cool. I thought this logo for the Lakers was just a modernized version of the current logo, which has always kind of been the thing, right? It's gone from, you know, what it was before to now. I like this Houston Rockets logo. I think this is really cool. I just added in the newest Clippers logo in real life. So, Oklahoma City Thunder. I thought this was interesting. They had a couple of really interesting ones. It was a really tough choice, but I went with this one. The Spurs logo, I really like this one. I really like this Minnesota Timberwolves logo, and I think their jerseys are really cool. I wonder if you could see... Oh, here we go. You can kind of see their jerseys. Oh, let me go through. Hold on. So we got Utah. You can't see the white jerseys, unfortunately. But you guys get an idea. It's white. You know, it's white versions, right? You got the Kings here. Pretty basic, but I really like the logo. The Grizzlies, I really like the colors with these. And then I think their alts are black, which are really cool. Got New Orleans here. I don't love it, but like I feel like that was like the best option. The Nuggets are these. And then Portland, pretty basic, but I did like their logo. Phoenixes they're okay. I think these might be the alts actually. And then we got the Lakers, again, pretty basic. Houston, pretty basic too, although I do like the size of their jerseys. The Clippers, I think these are what theirs are going to look like in real life. I have no idea. Oklahoma City, I do like the jerseys on these. And then we got the San Antonio Spurs, which the jerseys for the Spurs are really, really nice. I really like these. For Minnesota, Again, fairly basic, but I like the color scheme. Dallas, I really like their logo. I thought this was a really cool, unique logo. Golden State, again, just a modernized version of what their logo is in real life. And then we go to the East, the New York Knicks. I really like this logo. I think it's really cool. And their jerseys, honestly, I think are really clean. The Pacers, I really like this logo, and I really like their jerseys there. Orlando, kind of going back to the pinstripes, right? But I like the logo, and I like the 1989 portion on that. The Toronto Raptors logo, I think, is really cool as well. Their jerseys are meh, but I like the logo. Got the Milwaukee Bucks. I like these jerseys as well. Philly, it's not my favorite. The guy at Cleveland, I do like these jerseys. These are pretty sweet. Boston was really tough, man, to find. I wanted to have like the dude, like the Boston Celtic dude, but I don't know. It was really hard to find a good logo for the Celtics. Got the Washington Wizards. I thought this was unique. I don't love it, but it's unique. Got Detroit, which again, I don't really like this one either, but I didn't really like the other options. The Brooklyn Nets are really like these, and the white versions of their jerseys are really cool. So yeah, the Brooklyn Nets are interesting. Atlanta, they're fine. And then we got the Charlotte Hornets, which, I didn't change the Hornets logo. Huh, I must have missed the Hornets logo. Whoops, I'll do that now. And then we got the Chicago Bulls and then the Miami Heat, which I thought was okay. Hornets, we're going to go with these. I think this logo is really cool, and the jerseys are pretty sweet. I love the court as well. Yeah, this one's cool. So we'll go with this for the Hornets. So yeah, there you go. That is every single team in the league. And like I said, in a couple years, we'll be adding New Mexico and I forget the other one, but we'll be adding 2 new expansion teams as well. So let's get into the offseason here. LeBron James is retiring. Finally, DeAndre Jordan, Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, James Harden, Kemba Walker, Hassan Whiteside, Victor Oladipo, they all retire as well. But the big story, LeBron James at the age of 42, 24 years. LeBron James is retiring. Wow. That is just a crazy career. I can't believe he even played that long. But yeah, so he played 1,900 games. Oh my God. 25 points per game, 8 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 8-time MVP, 24-time All-Star, 8-time Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time champion, 7-time Finals MVP, 18-time All-NBA First Team, 5-time All-NBA Second Team, 1-time All-NBA Third Team. He made the All-NBA team every single year of his career, and the only time he made it on the third team was his rookie year. I'm pretty sure. Like, that's insane. 20-time All-Defensive First Team. He made more All-Defensive First Teams than All-NBA First Teams. That's wild. All-Defensive Second Team 3 times, Rookie of the Year, and then All-Rookie First Team. What a career for LeBron James, and he finishes with, we'll take a look at his total points here, 48,450 total points, 16,000 rebounds, which does not quite break into the top 15, but he's top 20. 16,249 assists, which does put him at the top at number 1. 3,884 steals, which gives him the number 1 spot in steals. 4,058 blocks, which also gives him the number 1 spot in blocks. Probably leads the league in turnovers, but that's just because he played so damn long. But yeah, what a career for LeBron James. Never not started in a game. 1,106 double-doubles, 265 triple-doubles. Absolutely incredible career for LeBron James. Obviously winning a title in Brooklyn in the 2007-2008 season where he averaged 28, 9, and 8. And then one in Cleveland. I can't remember the exact years where he won in Cleveland. Let's see. He won in Cleveland from 2010 to 2011 season. Okay, so the first year, and then won 4 straight. So these are his 4 NBA championship years with Cleveland. Finished out with Cleveland for another 4 or 5 years, and then went to the Knicks, where he won a couple more titles. So what a career for LeBron James. If you guys don't have him as your greatest of all time, I don't know what to say. Russell Westbrook also retires, 22 points per game, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. A really good career for Russ, 12-time All-Star, 1-time MVP. Never won a championship, unfortunately. Joined the Memphis Grizzlies this last year, but they lost to the Utah Jazz and Victor Wembanyama. 2-time All-NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA second team, 8-time All-NBA third team. I'm actually really hoping that Russ joins the Denver Nuggets in real life to team up with Nikola Jokic. I really think that's a really good pairing. And the Nuggets need an energy guy, man. Anyways, Derrick Rose retires as well. 20 points, 5 rebounds, nearly 8 assists. 11-time All-Star. He actually... Did he just... No, it was Kemba Walker. Never mind. That announced his retirement. And then James Harden, 23, 5, and 7. 6-time All-Star. Wasn't really as good as he was in real life. I mean, he had some good years, right? 30 a game, 29 a game. I mean, these are MVP caliber years. He just didn't win it. But a great career for him in Miami. So because we are adding 2 teams that are technically on the west side of the United States, we are moving the New Orleans Pelicans to the southeast. I think that makes the most sense. I don't know why they're not in that division anyways. So yeah, that's what we're going to do there. Ooh, wow, they moved the Nuggets to the southwest. Interesting. I don't agree with that. Let's go ahead and move. I'm going to switch out. Memphis is in the... This is weird. I'm going to switch Memphis with Denver and keep... Yeah, I'm going to keep that the same. And then Memphis is already in this division, aren't they? Yeah, so that makes the most sense. And then Vegas is actually going to go into the northwest. I think that makes the most sense because they're, well, they're right by, no, never mind. No, Vegas needs to go here. Yeah, so we'll just do that. That's fine. And then the east will kind of look like this. So I think this is all good. If you guys disagree, let me know in the comments below. But I don't know. Geography is not my thing. All right. So you guys are going to have to deal with it. Here's the draft lottery results. So Timberwolves, Bulls, Mavericks, and Thunder have the top 4 picks. The Venom and the Seattle Supersonics will have 5 and 6. And then Heat, Warriors, Hornets, and Spurs round out the top 10. On to the expansion draft. The Venom have the number 1 pick. They take Flapowski. The Sonics take Daron Sharp. Daron Holmes goes to the Venom with RJ Hampton. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of really young guys. Tyus Jones, Patrick Baldwin to the Venom. Troy Brown Jr. to Seattle. Again, these teams aren't going to be very good. Damian Sarr to the Venom. Dylan Mitchell to Seattle. Damian Lillard gets taken by Seattle. Wow. I mean, he's only a 78 overall and 37 years old, but that's an interesting one. They took a veteran. Okay. Very interesting. And then Rudy Gobert is also taken by the Venom, so they take a veteran. Seattle gets Kawhi Leonard. So Dame and Kawhi are on the same team in Seattle. Interesting. So very interesting. Obviously, they're older. They're not very good anymore. But it's good that those expansion teams got a couple of really good vets, right? So on to the NBA draft. The 2027 NBA draft, which I believe is still one of the real drafts, I believe. So the Minnesota Timberwolves take Tyron Stokes. I don't know where Bryce James is. I don't know if he's going to be in this class or not. Elijah Williams to the Dallas Mavericks. Jason Crow Jr. to Oklahoma City. The Venom will take Alex Costanza. And Seattle will take Marcus Johnson. At 7, Miami takes Maxim Adams. I know one of you guys commented asking where Bryce James is going or is. I have no idea if he's in these draft classes. Gilbert Arenas' son was drafted, though, number 10 to the San Antonio Spurs. 6'7", a 78 overall. So, yeah, we'll see how he does. But yeah, like I said, I don't know many of these players. But yeah, I'm curious where. I wonder if Bryce James is in the league already. I don't know. I never really looked. Oh yeah, he is in the league. Bryce James, he was drafted by the LA Lakers. He just didn't play as a rookie. Okay, so he's a 74 overall. They have him listed at 6'9". I don't think he's getting to 6'9". I think he's pretty close to 6'6". I mean, he might have a chance. But yeah, he is in the league. Bronny is in Washington right now, averaging 8 points and 4 assists there. So yeah, hopefully Bryce James ends up being somewhat decent. On to free agency here in 2027. Victor Wembanyama re-signs with the Utah Jazz. No surprise there. Kevin Durant heads to, or no, he stays in Detroit. I forgot. He was in Detroit already. He stays there. Jason Tatum stays in Sacramento. Michael Porter Jr. stays in Memphis. Brandon Miller will stay in New Orleans. He's averaging 23, 6, and 5. Scoot Henderson will head to Chicago. Darius Garland will stay in Atlanta. DeAndre Hunter will head to New Orleans. Kobe White will head to the Venom. Jackson Hayes to the Clippers. DeMar DeRozan heads to Sacramento. Sacramento has a lot of vets. A lot of vets. They could be interesting for 1 year. Bradley Beal goes to Memphis. So he leaves Toronto. Wow, so Memphis gets a big piece there. Could be interesting. Mikal Bridges heads to New Jersey or Brooklyn. So he leaves New York and goes to Brooklyn. Interesting. So New York kind of is falling apart here. Obviously with the retirement of LeBron James. Bam Adebayo goes to Utah. All right. Interesting. He joins Victor Wembanyama. So yeah, an interesting free agency. We'll see what happens. Victor Wembanyama wins back-to-back MVPs. 26 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and 2.9 blocks, shooting 51 at 37, 91. Yeah, that's pretty good. Caleb Gaskins, 12, 6, and 2 wins Rookie of the Year. Killian Hayes wins Sixth Man of the Year, averaging 17 and 7. Victor Wembanyama wins his third straight Defensive Player of the Year award. The 3 blocks, 2 steals, 16 rebounds, absolutely insane. Kyle Flabowski wins Most Improved with the Las Vegas Venom, 13 and 8 per game. Kevin Durant wins Clutch Player of the Year in Detroit, averaging 25, 6, and 8. And then Alvin Hansen wins Coach of the Year with the Utah Jazz. They won 66 games, and Doug Howard won Executive of the Year with the Utah Jazz. Victor Wembanyama, Luka, Nikola Jokic, John Morant, and Kevin Durant on the All-NBA first team. All-NBA second team has Giannis, Zion, LaMelo, Cooper Flag, averaging 22, 10, and 3. And then Jabari Smith in Sacramento. For the All-NBA third team, we got Cameron Boozer, 21, 8, and 6. Wow. Really good numbers in Boston there. Evan Mobley, Jamal Murray, Markelle Fultz, and Michael Porter Jr. with the Memphis Grizzlies. All-defense first team has Lonzo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Giannis, Evan Mobley, and Wemby. And then second team is DeJounte Murray, Jaylen Brown, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and Alex Sarr. All-rookie first team, Caleb Gaskins, Marcus Johnson, Darius Cuff Jr., Jason Crow Jr., and Elijah Arenas. Elijah averaging 9 points and 3 assists. Zion Williamson led the league in scoring again. So that is his 4th time leading the league in scoring in 5 years. 28, 10, and 4 assists for him. Victor Wembanyama led the league in rebounds with 16, 4 more than Chet Holmgren. D'Lo led the league in assists. Josh Giddey was 2nd. And then LaMelo and Lonzo were 3rd and 4th. Wemby led the league in steals and blocks. Yeah, he's good. He's really good. Alex Sarr, 18, 12, and 3. Also 2.7 blocks. Chet, 15, 12, and 4 with 2.5 blocks per game. So, On to the playoffs. The Seattle Supersonics are the 7th seed. Remember, they got DeMar DeRozan and a couple of other veterans. Although I think they're hurt, or there's Kawhi and Dame. Okay, they're just not playing at all. They didn't. Yeah, they can't even play on the team. But interesting that they are the 7th seed, and then I don't see Vegas. So Vegas is not a playing team. The Utah Jazz are the number 1 seed. Memphis at 3. Sacramento at 2 with Anthony Black, Trey Johnson, Jason Tatum, Jeremy Sohan, and Jabari Smith Jr. Boston is the number 1 seed in the East. We got Judah Mintz, Benedict Mathurin, Denny Avita, Cam Boozer, Jacob Jakob not Jacob, Amin Thompson, Mark Williams, Jasper Johnson, Greg Brown. Interesting. And then the 2 seed is the Brooklyn Nets with D'Lo, Mikal Bridges, Ace Bailey, Paolo Banchero, Donovan Clingan, averaging 10 points and 8 rebounds. Cleveland is the 3 seed with Jalen Green, LaMelo Ball, Jarris Walker. New Orleans is the 4 seed with Carlton Carrington, DeAndre Hunter, Cooper Flagg. And then in the West, we got obviously Portland as the 4 seed with Jaren Jackson, James Wiseman, Tyrese Maxey. Obviously Memphis with DeJounte Murray, Bradley Beal now on the team, Jaden McDaniels, and Nikola Jokic. And then in the Eastern Conference play-in, we got New York as a 10 seed with John Morant, Dariq Whitehead, Joe Ingles, Domantas Sabonis, and Bol Bol. Bol Bol averaging 17 and 7. John Morant 28, 4, and 3. And then we got Indy versus Washington as well. So let's simulate the play-in here. The Houston Rockets, the Chicago Bulls, the New York Knicks are all eliminated. So we got Boston versus Washington, Brooklyn versus Indy, Utah versus Phoenix, and Sacramento versus LA with Colin Sexton, Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, Bryce James. Oh, wow. He developed quite a bit. Evan Mobley, DeAndre Ayton, Sharif Cooper, and Chris Duarte. How's Bryce doing? 11.7 rebounds, 4.7 assists. He actually got playing time. So pretty cool there for Bryce James. And he's up to an 85 overall. He boosted a lot in the offseason. Pretty cool. All right. So let's go ahead and simulate round number 1. The San Antonio Spurs, the LA Clippers, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Celtics as the 1 seed, the LA Lakers, the Phoenix Suns, the New Orleans Pelicans, and the Brooklyn Nets are all eliminated. Washington took out Boston. Rita Shepard is on this team, averaging 18 and 5 in the regular season. Jaden Ivey, Isaac Okoro, Onyeka Okongwu, Cole Anthony. Interesting. Wow. All right, and Brooklyn lost as well. The 7-seeded Indiana Pacers with De'Aaron Fox, Ant, Aaron Gordon, Mo Bamba, Cam Reddish. That's a pretty good team as well. So on to the conference finals. The Indiana Pacers are swept by the Cavs. Portland is eliminated. The Memphis Grizzlies are eliminated. The Atlanta Hawks are also eliminated. So we are on to the conference finals. The Utah Jazz with Cade, Jacoby Walter, Cody Williams, Lauri Markkanen, Victor Wembanyama, Bam Adebayo, Kira Lewis. They'll take on the Kings with Anthony Black, Trey Johnson, Jason Tatum, Jerry Sohan, and Jabari Smith. Cleveland will take on the Washington Wizards. So on to game number 1 here, and Cleveland wins game 1. Sacramento wins game 1 in the Western Conference Finals. Utah takes game 1 or game 2. Cleveland and Washington are also tied up at 1. Utah and Cleveland take a 2-1 series lead. Utah takes a 3-1 series lead. Cleveland and Washington are tied at 2. Sacramento will force a game 6. Cleveland will take a 3-2 series lead. The Washington Wizards are eliminated in 6, and so are the Sacramento Kings. Victor Wembanyama in the conference finals. Are you kidding me? 30, 12, 10, nearly 3 steals and 3 blocks, shooting 50, 40, 90. Oh my God. Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be the greatest player of all time. He legit has a chance. Which is crazy to say because LeBron is so far ahead, but this dude's crazy. LaMelo Ball, 19, 7, and 11. The conference finals MVP for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, your starting lineups. LaMelo Ball, Jalen Green, Zachary Rashard, and then Jarvis Walker, who's in it, by the way. So the starting five here: LaMelo Ball, Jalen Green, Zachary Rashard. Dude, I don't know how to say his name. I don't know how to say his name. Jarvis Walker, Floyd Badunga, Cade Cunningham, Jacoby Walter, Cody Williams, Lauri Markkanen, and Victor Wembanyama. Guys, I don't know how to read. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce names. I suck at that. All right? That's just not my thing. On to game one of the 2028 NBA Finals. The Utah Jazz up by 3 after 1, up by 4 at the half, up by 11 going into the fourth quarter, and that will do it. They will win game number 1. And Wemby with 30, 14, and 7, 3 steals and 4 blocks. Walter with 20. Devin Booker, forgot Devin Booker's on that team. He put up 17. Cade Cunningham with 15 and 12. Jalen Green with 27 and LaMelo with 24. And on to game number 2. After 1, the Jazz lead it by 7. At the half, they lead it by 10. Going into the fourth, they lead it by 21, and that will do it. They will win game 2. Wemby, oh my God, dude. 42, 12, and 18. 2 steals, 3 blocks. Cade with 20 and 5. LaMelo with 29 and 4. How does anybody beat Victor Wembanyama at this point? The dude is just putting up absolutely just ridiculous numbers. We do have a close game here, and down to a couple minutes here. It's a 5-point game. Cleveland will actually pull away in this one, win it 151 to 140. Wemby with 26, 17, and 18. Cody Williams is a little bit banged up, but he put up 24. Jalen Green with 31 and 8. LaMelo with 22, 5, and 12. On to game number 4. Can Cleveland tie up this series? After 1, they're up by 2. After at the half, they're up by double digits, but the Jazz come right back here, just down by 2. A minute 49 to go. Let's jump in. Jalen Green with it, guarded by Booker. And Jalen Green puts up no good. Victor Wembanyama with the rebound. So the Jazz have a chance to tie up the game or take a lead here with a minute and a half to go. Cade Cunningham, guarded by LaMelo. Cade gets it over to Booker. Booker wants to get it to Wemby here in the post. And no, he's going to hold on to it. Swings it back to Cade. 4 on the shot clock. Cade Cunningham guarded by LaMelo. He'll drive left, pull up jumpers. Good! Cade Cunningham. A big shot there. He has 26. And we're all tied up at 108. Now Jalen Green driving left against Booker. Nice pass, and Badunga will dunk it over Victor Wembanyama. And it's a 2-point lead for the Cavs. A minute and 11 to go. Victor's bringing up the ball at 7'4". Absolutely ridiculous. Wemby, 15 on the shot clock here. Still holding it here. And Wemby will give it to Cunningham, over to Booker. Back to Wembanyama for 3. Good! Victor Wembanyama! A 3 will give the Utah Jazz a 1-point lead. 45 seconds to go. Jalen Green with it. He'll get a screen. Jalen Green, step back, mid-range jumper is good. Big shot by Jalen Green. Cleveland now takes a 1-point lead. 35 seconds to go. Cunningham will bring it up. Guarded by LaMelo. Gets a screen from Booker. And, oh, they'll call a timeout. I thought that was a foul. They'll call a timeout here with 30 seconds to go. They'll bring back Cody Williams in this game. 18 on the shot clock. Markkanen will pass it in. Gives it to Cunningham. Cunningham gets a screen. Guarded by LaMelo here. And they'll give it to... Oh, Jacoby Walter. Big shot. Gives the Utah Jazz a 2-point lead. 20 seconds to go. And the Utah Jazz have a chance to take a 3-1 series lead. Badunga will pass it in over to Jalen Green. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Jalen Green. Guarded by Walter. Now 12 seconds, gets a screen. Green driving to the rim. He lost the ball. He just lost it. Oh, no. Cade Cunningham will go to the free throw line, and he hits the first. I don't know what happened. Jalen Green just lost the handle. He misses the second free throw, though. Cleveland's still in it. 4 seconds go. LaMelo gives it to Benuga. Over to Jalen Green for three. No, he missed it at the buzzer. And that will do it. The Utah Jazz take a 3-1 series lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. 115-112 is the final score here in game number 4. Victor Wembanyama with a game-winning 3. He had 25, 17, and 9. Cade Cunningham, though, a big game, 27, 9, and 6 with 3 steals. LaMelo with 26, 7, and 6. Jalen Green with 23, 7, and 5 in the loss. On to game number 5, back in Utah, and the Jazz with an 11-point lead after 1, a 14-point lead at the half, 17-point lead going into the fourth, and that'll do it. 119-95. Wemby didn't really do much, 16, 18, and 13. Cade with 28, 9, and 5. Cody Williams with 22. Jalen Green with 19. LaMelo with 17 and 13. Oh, shoot. That was the closeout game. Oh, my God. I totally forgot that was a closeout game. I don't know why I didn't stop it and watch the celebration. I apologize. We're going to get plenty of opportunities to watch Victor Wembanyama win the finals, though. I think we all know what's going to happen here. Victor Wembanyama, finals MVP. This is stupid. 28, 15, and 13. 4 blocks and 2 steals. What the hell? The only thing he didn't do well was actually shoot the ball. 47% from the field, not great. 33% from 3, not great. 86% from the free throw line is fine. But Victor Wembanyama wins his second straight NBA Finals MVP. So, at the age of 24, he has 2 regular season MVPs, 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and 2 Finals MVPs. Yeah, this is going to get interesting. On to the offseason, Kevin Durant does retire. Steph Curry retires in Golden State. Drew Holiday, Joe Ingles, Tristan Thompson, Tobias Harris, Nikola Vucevic, DeMarcus Cousins, Dame, Michael Carter-Williams, Yusuf Nurkic, Buddy Hield. A ton of retirements this year. And on to the Hall of Fame. Kevin Durant is a Hall of Famer. 26 points per game, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, steal and a half, block and a half, 2-time MVP, 18-time All-Star. Did win 1 championship, lost, I think, 4 NBA Finals, I believe. Only won 1 All-NBA First Team 9 times, All-NBA Second Team 6 times, All-NBA Third Team 5 times, All-Defensive Second Team 9 times. Steph Curry, 25, 5, and 8, 15-time All-Star. Did win his 1 NBA championship back in 2019, where he beat the Brooklyn Nets 4-3. And then All-NBA First Team 4 times, Second Team 7 times, All-Defensive First Team 2 times, Second Team 2 times. DeMarcus Cousins is a Hall of Famer, 21, 10, and 3. 6-time All-Star, a 4-time champion. Obviously, the starting center with LeBron James on that Cleveland Cavaliers team. All-NBA First Team twice, All-NBA Second Team once, All-NBA Third Team 3 times. On to the draft lottery. The Celtics have the number 1 pick from Oklahoma City, so they're going to get even better. Miami at 2, Dallas at 3, Golden State at 4, Vegas at 5, Seattle is at 16, Minnesota, Philly, Charlotte, Brooklyn via Toronto, and Detroit round out the top 10. And the number 1 overall pick will go to Boston. Yikes. Tough trade there for the Oklahoma City Thunder. But Boston gets the number 1 overall pick. Minnesota at 2, Golden State at 3, Miami at 4, and Dallas at 5. On to the 2028 NBA Draft. I believe this is going to be the final year that I use quote-unquote real draft classes. And I'm just going to do auto-generated draft classes from here on out. But with the number 1 overall pick, the Boston Celtics select Trey Pinkard. I think that's how you say his name. He's 7'2", 246 out of BYU. With the 2nd overall pick, Isaac Hayes, 6'3" guard, goes to Minnesota. Golden State at 3 will take Ethan Kimmy, 6'9" out of Indiana State. At 4, Miami will take Miles Fuentes, 7'2" out of Virginia Tech. dude, the amount of 7-footers, it's just going to be insane. Tyrone Jamison, 6'9", out of Florida State, will head to Dallas. Las Vegas will select Cameron Barnes, 6'10", out of Duke. Philly will take Jamal McKnight, 6'4", out of BYU. BYU had a really good team. Isaiah Fleming out of Villanova, 6'11". And then Jackson Davis goes to Brooklyn at number 9, 6'5", out of Florida. Detroit will take Jalen Mitchell, 7 foot, out of UC San Diego. And the rest of the draft, as Hayes was 79 overall, kind of a weaker class, looks like. But yeah, here's the rest of the draft. Free agency here in 2028. D'Lo stays with the Brooklyn Nets. Alex Sarr stays in Chicago. Kuminga will stay in Phoenix. Miles Turner will head to Toronto, leaving Portland. He goes back to Toronto. He was in Toronto for a couple of years. Washington will re-sign Shepard and Akanwu. Clint Capella will stay with Philly. And yeah, I mean, not a whole lot of movement. Zachary will return to Cleveland. RJ Barrett goes to New York. Cody Williams returns to Utah. The Jazz also re-signed Jacoby Walter and Kira Lewis. So yeah, nothing major here in free agency. Victor Wembanyama wins a third straight MVP. He joins Nikola Jokic, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Wilt Chamberlain, Bob Cousy, George Mikan, all to win 3 straight regular season MVPs. Did Magic ever do it? No, he won just back-to-back. So, yeah, I thought Magic won more than 2. Am I crazy? I guess not. Yeah, no, he won 3. He won 3. Okay. I just don't see it for some reason. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So, a very exclusive list. And obviously, you know, 3 MVPs with 4 DPOYs and 2 finals MVPs. That's only been done by LeBron, Shaq, and Wilt. Yeah. Oh, and George Mikan. George Mikan also did that. So very, very good group there that he's joining. Shot 54-90 as well. So let's just make him even better. 27, 14, 9, 2 steals, 3 blocks is just insane at 7'4". Yeah, shooting 43% from 3. Dude, he's incredible. He's absolutely insane. Isaac Hayes wins Rookie of the Year. Kira Lewis wins 6th Man of the Year. Wemby wins a DPOY. Saw that one coming. Bronny James wins Most Improved. Very cool. 14 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. All right. Shea wins Clutch Player of the Year, 25, 4, and 9 with the Orlando Magic. And then the Utah Jazz won 69 games. Nice. All-NBA First Team has Wemby, Jokic, who's still putting up crazy numbers, 25, 12, and 9. Cameron Boozer for Boston, 23, 9, and 6. Zion for Philly, 28, 9, and 3. And then Shea for the Orlando Magic, 25, 4, and 9. Second team has Luka, 21, 10, and 9. Cooper Flagg, 24, 10, and 3. Lonzo for the Clippers, 17, 7, and 10. Markelle Fultz, 18, 5, and 9. And Carlton Carrington with 25, 4, and 9. Third team has Matt Buzelis, LaMelo Ball, Dylan Harper, James Wiseman, and AJ DeBansta. All defense first team, Lonzo Ball, DeJounte Murray, Giannis, Evan Mobley, and Victor Wembanyama. Second team has Cade Cunningham, Markelle Fultz, Cameron Boozer, Cooper Flagg, and Nikola Jokic. And your all-rookie first team with Isaac Hayes, Miles Fuentes, Mo Fall. Yeah, I don't know any of these guys. I've no idea. Zion led the league in scoring again, averaging 28.7 points per game. Wemby led the league in rebounds. LaMelo led the league in assists. Wemby led the league in steals and blocks. Just absolutely dominating the league. They're the number 1 seed in the West. Sacramento, the number 2 seed. The Lakers, the number 3 seed, with Colin Sexton, Tyrese Halliburton, Bryce James averaging 13, 6, and 4 now. All right. Evan Mobley, DeAndre Ayton on that team as well. Memphis is the number 4 seed. They lost DeJounte Murray due to injury, looks like, and I think he is a little bit worse as well. So I think this team's run is kind of over. Jokic is 34 as well, so it's tough. Portland, the 5 seed, and then Phoenix is the 6 seed with Trae Young, Kuminga, and Chet Holmgren. Boston is the number 1 seed with Cameron Boozer. Washington and Cleveland at 4-5, Chicago 3-6, and the Brooklyn Nets as the 2 seed. Play-in teams have Orlando, Charlotte, Detroit, and Toronto. And then in the West, San Antonio, Minnesota, Seattle, and Houston. So on to the play-in here. Houston, Toronto, Detroit are all eliminated. Utah will take on San Antonio. Sacramento will take on Minnesota. Brooklyn and Orlando will face off, and the Boston Celtics will take on the Charlotte Hornets. On to the second round. The Wizards, Bulls, Blazers, Spurs, Hornets, Timberwolves, the Lakers, the Orlando Magic are all eliminated. So we've got Utah versus Memphis, Wemby versus Jokic in the second round. We got Sacramento versus Phoenix, Boston versus Cleveland, and Brooklyn versus New Orleans. And on to the conference finals here. Phoenix, Memphis, Cleveland, New Orleans are all eliminated. So we've got a rematch here in the Western Conference Finals, the Utah Jazz versus the Sacramento Kings, and then Boston versus the Brooklyn Nets. Can Paolo Banchero get to his first NBA Finals appearance? Look at Bones, averaging 13 points per game on a conference finals team. Ace Bailey, averaging 23, 8, and 4 in the playoffs. Donovan Clingan as well on that team. So on to the conference finals. Utah and Brooklyn wins game 1. Game 2 goes to Utah and Boston. Game 3, Sacramento gets 1. Boston takes a 2-1 series lead. Ooh, Sacramento ties up the series with Utah. Brooklyn does as well with Boston. Utah takes a 3-2 series lead as well as Boston. The Brooklyn Nets are eliminated in 6. The Boston Celtics are on to the NBA playoffs. Sacramento force a Game 7 with the Utah Jazz. So in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals, the Kings have an early lead here. Is Sacramento going to do it? They are. The Sacramento Kings upset the Utah Jazz. Wow. Victor Wembanyama still won Conference Finals MVP, which is hilarious. Cameron Boozer, 25, 7, and 8 in the Eastern Conference Finals. But the Sacramento Kings are on to the NBA Finals. Jason Tatum, Jabari Smith, Precious Achiuwa starting at center. Trey Johnson, Ellis Harrington as the guards in Sacramento. And then for Boston, you got Jasper Johnson, Benedict Mathurin, Denny Avdija, Cameron Boozer, and Jakob Poeltl. Wow, that's an interesting NBA Finals. But Tatum getting to the NBA Finals, ironically enough, against the Boston Celtics. Can Cameron Boozer get his first NBA title? We'll see. Game number 1, the Celtics do have home court advantage. The Kings up by 5 after 1, up by 8 at the half, up by 10 going into the 4th, and that will do it. The Kings win game 1, 112-100. Mathurin with 25, Boozer with 25, 12, and 6. 23 for Harrington, Johnson with 22, Tatum with 15 and 6. And on to game number 2. After 1, the Kings up by 10. At the half, they're still up by 10. And they'll take a 17-point lead into the 4th quarter. And they'll win game number 2 as well. 146-119. Mathurin with 32. Trey Johnson with 37. And then Tatum with 35 for the Sacramento Kings. And the Kings have taken a 2-0 series lead over the Boston Celtics. Going back to Sacramento, the Celtics up by 7 after 1, up by 11 or 12 at the half. But the Kings with a huge second half here, and they will have a 13-point lead. That'll do it. The Sacramento Kings have taken a 3-0 series lead. Thompson with 29 and 7, Boozer with 23, 10, and 8, Tatum with 31 and 6, Trey Johnson with 23, and the Kings have taken a 3-0 series lead. On to game 4 in Sacramento. The Kings down by 8 at the half and down by double digits into the fourth quarter, but they're coming back here in the fourth quarter, down to a minute and a half here. They're down by 8, and that'll do it. Yeah, they won't come back. 134 to 126. Boston avoids being swept. Mathurin with 37, Boozer with 22, 8 and 12, Tatum with 32 and 13. And on to game number 5 in Boston. The Kings with a 9-point lead after 1, a 12-point lead at the half, but a big third quarter for the Celtics. Give them the lead here in the fourth. The Kings have taken the lead, though, 127-124. Let's jump in. A minute and 15 here. Harrington has the ball. Over to Tatum in the post. Tatum kicks it back out. Now into post to Precious Achiuwa. Over to Trey Johnson. Johnson driving left. And he'll give it to Jabari Smith in the post. Jabari Smith, hook shot, no good. Good defense by Boozer. And Boozer swings it out to Thompson. Thompson driving right. Gives it to Dunn. Dunn gives it to Boozer. 6 on the shot clock here. Over to, I'm not sure who that is. That's a 3, though. That's no good. Couldn't see the name. Over to Tatum. The Kings up by 3 here. 28 seconds to go. Tatum gets a screen from Jabari Smith. Tatum, mid-range jumper. Good! Jason Tatum gives the Kings a 5-point lead with 20 seconds to go. A huge shot for Jason Tatum. Can Jason Tatum win his first NBA championship? Trey Johnson, or not Trey, but Johnson over to Boozer. Boozer back to Johnson for a 3. Good! Big shot there. The Celtics now down by 3, or that was a 2. Wow, they didn't give him a 3 for that. Interesting. So a free throw here for Black, and the first is good. And a second is good. So back to a 5-point lead here for the Sacramento Kings. Johnson, a 3 here for the Celtics, no good, and that will do it. The Sacramento Kings are NBA champions. Have they won before? Yes. Okay. So they won as the Kansas City Kings, and then as the Sacramento Kings with Magic Johnson. But that's it. They haven't been to the NBA Finals since 1986. So the first time in over 40 years, the Sacramento Kings, or 50 years, right? No, 40 years. Jesus. 40 years. Can't do math. For the first time in over 40 years, the Sacramento Kings are NBA champions. Jason Tatum gets his first ring. And I'm assuming he'll win Finals MVP. Yep. Jason Tatum is your 2029 NBA Finals MVP after upsetting Victor Wembanyama and the Utah Jazz. The Kings beat the Boston Celtics in 5. As Jason Tatum is an NBA champion. Tatum in the finals, 28 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 50% from the field, 50% from 3, 97% from the free throw line. So Jason Tatum gets a ring. Pretty cool. And I think it's awesome that it actually comes against the Boston Celtics. That's pretty cool. All right, well, on to the offseason we go. DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard, Dennis Schroeder, Julius Randle, KCP, Gary Harris, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bobby Portis, Terry Rozier. They all retired. Dylan Brooks retires as well. And on to the Hall of Fame here. DeMar DeRozan is a Hall of Famer. 19, 3, and 6. 8-time All-Star. 2-time NBA champion with the New York Knicks and LeBron James. No all-NBA team or all-defensive team, but DeMar DeRozan, a solid career. On to the lottery, and I did actually put in the Rio 2029 draft class OKC, Dallas, Denver, Philly, and Miami is your top 5 in the NBA draft. On to the 2029 NBA draft with the number 1 overall pick. The Oklahoma City Thunder take Cameron Mercer, 6'9" out of North Carolina. The Dallas Mavericks with the 2nd overall pick take Jordan Fisher, 6'5" out of Canada. Micah Gunther goes to Denver, 7 foot out of Texas A&M. Philly at number 4 takes Harris at 6'8" out of Florida. Eric Dampier, 6'10" out of Texas Tech. Is he related to the Dampier line? Let me know. Is he a descendant of Dampier? Jason Coffey, 6'8" out of Notre Dame. Vegas will take Aiden Diggs, 6'5" out of Arizona. The New York Knicks take Jamal Price, 6'9" out of Washington State. The LA Clippers take Maurice Heinrich out of George Washington. And the Indiana Pacers take Cam Cooper, 6'9" out of Stanford. Here's the rest of the draft. Haven Chea, center. Let's see, another center. A lot of 7-footers. The league is just getting taller and taller. It's kind of crazy, but yeah. Chris Paul Jr. 6'7". No shot. I'm sorry. No shot. If that's actually... Does Chris Paul... Is his son actually Chris Paul Jr.? I guess so. Chris Paul Jr.? I don't know. Is he real or is this just a game saying Chris Paul Jr. is in the league? I have no idea. But no shot. He's 6'7". Luka Doncic is headed to the Detroit Pistons. Wow. Oh, Jalen Green. He leaves Cleveland. He's headed to Seattle. Cooper Flagg returns to New Orleans. Jaden Ivey returns to Washington. Alonzo will stay in LA. Ace Bailey will return to Brooklyn. Let's see. Any other contenders here? Markkanen returns to the Jazz. Interesting. So we'll see if Luka in Detroit, if he can actually, make the playoffs and go on a deep playoff run, because he's been good. It's just he didn't do anything in Texas. Victor Wembanyama joins Nikola Jokic, Michael Jordan, and George Mikan as the only players in NBA history to win 4 straight MVPs. 24.8 points per game, 14 rebounds, 10 assists. He averaged a triple-double. 3 blocks, 2 steals. Cameron Mercer wins Rookie of the Year. Nickeil Alexander-Walker wins 6th Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama wins his 5th straight Defensive Player of the Year award. Jalen Harrelson wins Most Improved. Scotty Barnes wins Clutch Player of the Year. And the Utah Jazz won 66 games. All NBA first team has Wemby, Jokic, Boozer, Flagg, and Harper. Second team with Ant, Buzelis, Holmgren, Lonzo, and D'Lo. All NBA third team, Badunga, Carrington, Paolo Banchero, LaMelo Ball, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. All defense first team is Lonzo, Ant, Cooper Flagg, Giannis, and Wemby. Second team with Donovan Mitchell, Cade Cunningham, Matt Buzelis, Cameron Boozer, and Nikola Jokic. Here's your all-rookie first team. If you are curious, Cooper Flagg led the league in scoring, 26 points per game. I think scoring is starting to drop. Let me know in the comments below how to keep the scoring up, because I know the farther you sim in the future, the scoring tends to drop. So, yeah, let me know in the comments below. Victor Wembanyama led the league in rebounds. Garland led the league in assists. Wemby was 3rd. What the hell? He also led the league in steals and blocks. Dude's insane. Portland, Sacramento, Houston, and the Clippers. Wow, Sacramento is the 8th seed. They must have had some injuries. Maybe Tatum got injured for a little bit. He only averaged 22 points. And how many games? No, it looks like he played a full season. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. But Utah's once again the 1 seed. The Lakers are the number 2 seed. How's Bryce doing? 17, 7, and 4. He's a good player. Like, he's a solid player. He's an 89 overall now, shooting 50, 40, 80. He's a good player. Like, I don't think he's made an all-star team, but he's a solid player. And obviously, Tyrese Halliburton's taking a lot of the ball handling and Colin Sexton as well. So, I mean, he could be better. Like, Evan Mobley is scoring. Like, this is a really well-rounded team. Oh, and Keon Anthony's on this team. Wow. Okay, well, that's cool. That's really cool. All right. Minnesota is the 3 seed with Buzelis, who is averaging 19, 9, and 4. Memphis is the 5 seed with DeJounte, Bouknight, Porter, Zach Collins, and Jokic. How did Jokic do this year? 25, 11, and 8, 35 years old. His run is probably over. Phoenix with Poku, Kuminga, and Chet. This is an interesting team. And then Boston, the number 1 seed in the East once again. Cam Boozer is really good. 23, 10, and 6. Want his scoring numbers to go up maybe a little bit. Like, if he could win MVP over Wemby, that would be really cool. Orlando is back to being good with Shea and Jaylen Brown. Cat's down to a 75 overall. New York is a 5 seed. John Morant's down, though. RJ Barrett, Kavian Bryant, averaging 10 and 4. Sabonis, 11 and 9. Jakob Poeltl, averaging 3 points. This was 2016. 2016 was, not. Why is he even in here? I don't know. I'm so confused. Is that a different Jakob Poeltl, or was there like a weird glitch in one of the draft classes? I'm assuming there was a weird glitch in one of the draft classes because he was not drafted in 2016. Unless there's another one. I have no idea. I was so confused when I kept reading his name. I'm like, what? Anyways, let's simulate the play in here. The Clippers, Bulls, Rockets, and Wizards were all eliminated. So Sacramento will take on Utah. They did beat them in the conference finals a year ago. Atlanta will play Boston. Detroit will play Brooklyn. And Portland will play the LA Lakers. On to round number 2. The Knicks, Pistons, Pacers, Kings, Grizzlies, Hawks, Lakers as a 2 seed gets eliminated. So we got Utah versus Phoenix, Minnesota versus Portland with Ron Holland, James Wiseman, Jaren Jackson, Carlton Carrington. This is a pretty interesting team. Boston will play Orlando, and Brooklyn will play New Orleans. On to the conference finals. Brooklyn, Phoenix, Portland, and Orlando will all be eliminated. So we have the 1 and 3 seeds in each conference. We got the Utah Jazz with Cunningham, Walter, Drake Powell, who's averaging, wow, he's really improved. He's become actually a really good player for them. Lauri Markkanen down to 11 points per game, and obviously Wemby, Cody Williams coming off the bench. This is they're so deep too. Like, they're ridiculous. Isaac Hayes, Darren Peterson, Matt Buzelis, Tyron Stokes, Roosevelt Thomas is your starting 5 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We got Boston with Amin Thompson, Avita, Cameron Boozer, Charles Bassey, Judah Mintz. He was undrafted. Just a random-ass player? Okay. I don't think he's real, but, he was undrafted. New Orleans Pelicans with Anthony Simons, Joshua Primo. I don't know. DeAndre Hunter, Cooper Flagg, Aaron Bradshaw. I don't remember how to say his name. I actually really liked him in the 21 draft, but he never really worked out. I think he got cut by San Antonio. I had some off-court issues as well. All right. Game number 1 in the conference finals. We got Utah and New Orleans winning game 1. Game 2 goes to Utah and Boston. Game 3 goes to Utah and Boston. And Utah will sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves. Boston 2-2 tie with New Orleans. New Orleans takes a 3-2 series lead, and that will do it. The Boston Celtics will not get back to the finals. Wemby 25, 17, and 11. 2 steals and 3 blocks. And Cooper Flagg gets to the NBA Finals for the first time in his career. 31 and 13 in the conference finals. So the Utah Jazz versus the New Orleans Pelicans. These are your starting 5. Simons, Moody, Hunter, Flagg, and Bradshaw versus Cunningham, Jacoby Walter, Drake Powell, Lauri Markkanen, and Victor Wembanyama. Man, this is a fun one. All right. On to game number 1. And after 1, the Jazz down by 1. At the half, they're down by 3. Going into the 4th, though, they take a lead, and down to 3 minutes to go, we have a relatively close game here. Let's see if we can get closer. It's a 2-point game. All right, let's jump into game 1 here of the 2030 NBA Finals. Cody Williams at the free throw line here, and he hits the first. So that will give the Jazz a 3-point lead. And I really like these jerseys for the Jazz. The second free throw is good. A 4-point lead for the Utah Jazz. So Cooper Flagg will bring it up, guarded by Wemby. Flagg driving right. Will have to kick it out to Simons. Gives it to Joshua Primo. Primo gets a screen, driving right. Kicks it back out to DeAndre Hunter. And it's good! The 3 by DeAndre Hunter makes it a 1-point game. Wemby will bring it up, guarded by Cooper Flagg. This is such a good matchup. This is a lot of fun. Oh, what a move. And, oh, he passed it out, though. Cody Williams will have it. Over to Walter. Walter, and he runs out of bounds. Oh, my God. You got to kick that out to Wemby. So 40 seconds to go. And the Pelicans will have the ball down by 1. Flagg versus Wemby. Cooper Flagg. 33 seconds on the game clock. 13 on the shot clock. Great defense by Wemby. And Flagg with now 7 on the shot clock. Will have to make a move. Goes right to the rim. No good. Wemby with the rebound. And Flagg will have to foul. So Cade Cunningham will go to the free throw line. Up by 1. The first is good. The second is also good. 122 to 119. 19 seconds to go. New Orleans will have a chance here to tie up the game. So 19 seconds to go. New Orleans will pass it in. Ball is in to Simons, guarded by Cunningham. Cunningham will get a screen. Now 13 seconds to go. Over to Hunter for 3. Good! DeAndre Hunter ties up the game. What a shot. 9.8 seconds to go. But he gave time to Victor Wembanyama and the Jazz. 8 seconds. Wemby with this spins. Whatever that was, and it's good. Victor Wembanyama, left-handed floater is good. Flagg midcourt shot. Oh! Cooper Flagg from half court. Oh my God. Cooper Flagg. Are you kidding me? Oh my God! That is one of the greatest endings we've had to an NBA Finals game. Cooper Flagg from half court just stole game 1 of the 2030 NBA Finals. Oh my gosh. Victor Wembanyama is stunned. 34, 13, and 7, 4 blocks, 6 turnovers. I thought I had the game winner, but Cooper Flagg, 34, 10, and 4, was 7 of 13 from 3, and the biggest shot of the game, a half-court buzzer beater to win game 1. Unbelievable. On to game number 2. We return to Utah. I think I just pulled a muscle in my neck. I can't believe that happened, and then Wemby and the Jazz annihilate the Pelicans. Oh my gosh. They just won by 56 or 60 points. 41, 22, and 9 for Wemby, 32 for Powell. Cody Williams chipped in 26. Markkanen with 17. Walter with 15. Yeah, Flagg had 9 points. He fouled out. Yikes! That's a game to forget if you are the Pelicans. Yeah, yeesh. Not great after winning game 1, but you still have home court advantage here. The Pelicans at home now, up by 3 after 1. The Jazz have taken the lead at the half. New Orleans now taking the lead. And back and forth we go here in the fourth quarter. Down to a minute 47. It's a 4-point game. A 3-point game. Okay, 2-point game. A minute 39. Let's jump in again. In New Orleans with that funky logo, but whatever. Ball into Walter, and Walter lays it up and in. What a pass. What a play. Lauri Markkanen with a great pass, and the Jazz now with a 4-point lead. I think I pulled a muscle in my neck. I'm dying over here. Here's Cooper Flagg. Guarded by Wemby. 10 seconds on the shot clock. What a move by Flagg, and he gets blocked. I thought that was a foul. Cody Williams came over with that big block. So New Orleans will have the ball here. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Ball into Flagg for 3. Good! Cooper Flagg, are you kidding me? It's a 1-point lead for the Utah Jazz. Wemby with it. Step back, mid-range jumper. No good. Cooper Flagg with the rebound. He's pushing it up court. Flagg guarded by Cunningham. We'll give it to Hunter. Hunter, no good. Walter with the rebound. He'll bring it up. Gives it to Wemby. Jazz up by 1 here. 50 seconds to go. Wemby will swing it to Walter. Mid-range jumper. No good. DeAndre Hunter with the rebound. 40 seconds to go. Simons swings it out to Hunter for 3. No! Brashaw with the rebound. He gets blocked by Victor Wembanyama, and it's out of bounds. Oh, and that's off of New Orleans. His foot was on the line when he went to recover the ball. What a block from Victor Wembanyama. So the Jazz up by 1. 32 seconds to go. Full court press here for New Orleans. Wemby will bring it up court. 17 on the shot clock. Wemby slowing it down. Now driving right. Spins left. Hook shot. Good. Victor Wembanyama gives the Jazz a 3-point lead. Woo, what a move by Wemby. So 22 seconds to go. The Jazz up by 3. Ball is in to Hunter. Hunter over to Smith. Back out to Flagg. Guarded by Markkanen. 15 on the shot clock. And a 3 by Simons. Good! Anthony Simons ties it up. I mean, nothing but big shots in this series. This is insane. So the Jazz, with 12 seconds to go, all tied up, will have a chance to win it. Wemby. 5 seconds. Cunningham. Over to Walter. Walter. Mid-range jumper. Good! Half a second. Flagg. Full court. No good. And the Jazz win game 3 and take a 2-1 series lead. Jacoby Walter with the game-winning shot. And the Jazz win it 127 to 125. Woof, what a series. On to game number 4 now, and the Jazz with an early big lead. I mean, they crushed them in that first quarter, and that'll do it. The Utah Jazz will take a 3-1 series lead, 133 to 104. Cunningham with 27, 8, and 5. Wemby with 25, 15, and 10. 3 steals and 2 blocks. Flagg with 29 and 10 in the loss. So now on to game number 5. The Jazz have a chance to win their 3rd NBA title in 4 years. Into the second half, the Jazz up by 16. Now into the fourth quarter here, 6 minutes ago, they're up by 22. And that will do it. The Utah Jazz will win their 3rd title in 4 years. The Utah Jazz have done it. 3 NBA titles in 4 years. The Utah Jazz defeat the New Orleans Pelicans in 5 games. What a series, man. Cooper Flagg was awesome in this series, but this team in Utah is so good. And what's really interesting, if you guys forgot, New Orleans moved to the Eastern Conference with the realignment. So, Cooper Flagg could have been in the Western Conference, right? He might have never gotten to the NBA Finals if he didn't get moved to the East. So, very interesting that the realignment changed some things up. But it doesn't matter. The Utah Jazz are NBA champions again. Wemby gets his third. 4 MVPs, 5 Defensive Player of the Year award, and now 3 Finals MVPs, more than likely. What a start to Victor Wembanyama's career. He has a legit chance. He has a legit chance of being the greatest of all time. He does. He has a really, really good chance. He's 25? And he has 4 MVPs, 3 Finals MVPs, 5 DPOYs. He's on pace. He's on pace. We'll see what happens. He doesn't fit in the damn screen either. 27, 19, and 10. 3 steals, 3 blocks. A huge closeout game for Wemby. Cunningham, 31, 9, and 15. He had a really good series as well. But the Utah Jazz are NBA champions once again. And Victor Wembanyama, nearly 30 points per game, 15 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, shooting 55, 52, 100. Never missed a free throw. He is your Finals MVP here in the year 2030. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Let me know in the comments below a couple things. So we are adding... Forget the comment here. Let me pull it up real quick. So we are adding New Mexico City and Nashville in 2030. All right. So that's a West team and an East team. So give me a West team and an East team to put in the 2032 expansion. Kansas City could be a good one, I think, for the West. I'm trying to think of another East. Pittsburgh could be a fun one. We could add Pittsburgh. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. I wonder if Hawaii has a team. That could be fun too. If we threw in a Hawaii team and then maybe a team in the East that's farther east. That could be fun as well. So let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see with that. And also let me know in the comments below. Can Victor Wembanyama catch LeBron? It's going to be tough. However, 7 years... He's 26. Here's the thing that LeBron has that I don't think Wemby will have is the longevity. And like the individual records. Now, Wemby will probably be the all-time rebound leader. Or maybe not even that. He'll probably get blocks. So, he's averaging 9 assists a game. So, I don't know. It'll be close. It'll be really close. And look, it's going to come down to winning, right? At this point. 7 championships for LeBron. Kobe has 7. LeBron with 7 Finals MVPs. So in order for Wemby to kind of break through that, he needs, to win at least, I would say he needs to win at least 6 to be in the conversation of greatest of all time. But yeah, he's already past Nikola Jokic at this point. Even though he doesn't have as many MVPs or Finals MVPs, he has the 5 Defensive Player of the Year awards, so that helps. Yeah, I don't know. Wemby's incredible, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That like button if you guys did. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Also, let me know in the comments below what other types of videos you guys want to see. So 3 comments for you guys, all right? I expect a shit ton of comments. All right, so let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the year 2030.